Did you know you can create a ton of content for your Facebook page just by repurposing your YouTube video? We all know the key to a successful business is marketing. So if you want tips to better market your business, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified every week when we post a new video. Hi, I'm Jeannie Wilson and I have a degree in marketing. I started working in advertising and corporate and did that for many years, and then I transitioned to helping small businesses better market their business. And I've been doing that for actually the last 12 years. I've even had some of my clients for over 10 years. Today, we're going to talk about how you can repurpose your video, your original content video, for all kinds of great content on Facebook. Some of the first ways to market your video are obvious. I'm going to show you how to get extra mileage out of your video. So let's get to it. Okay, so now we're going to jump right in and we are going to use this YouTube video and we are going to repurpose it for Facebook. So the first thing we're going to do is pull the transcriptions. So if we click here, we can click Open Transcription. And then we get it right over here, which is brilliant. However, if we don't want to see the timestamps, we can click on these three dots and click Toggle Timestamps, and it takes it off there. So then we are going to highlight all the text and copy it. On my Mac is Command C. So then I'm going to go over here to my text, untitled empty text document that I set up earlier. I'm going to Command V, which will paste it here. So now we have the whole transcription of the video right here. And so what we're going to do first is we're going to look through here and just pick out some things that we can use as a quote to create a quote card in Canva, or we can look at something that's just a really unique statement or a question, or just something that we can use as additional posting that people are going to find interesting, that's going to kind of capture their attention. So I'm going to pick this one that says, if you really want a business where you're going, it says gonna, but we'll change that, going to have great income and you don't have to work day in and day out, hiring and outsourcing is really the way to go. So I'm going to copy that and I'm going to hop on over to Canva. We love Canva. If you've seen any of our videos, we do have the pro version, which is the paid version. You don't actually need that for our purposes today, but as we go through, I'll show you a couple things that are really nice with the paid version. So we're going to click up here and click Create a Design, and we're going to type this in. Actually, we're going to type in Facebook post. And the reason that we do that is because it automatically will format it to the right size. And it also gives you some really great ideas over here as to what you could do. And there's lots and lots, they've got different seasons. They've got, love, which would be like around Valentine's. There's autumn, winter, Easter, or they just have, recently used ones. So if you use the same one over and over again, in this case, you can see it actually scrolls through because there's 4 different ones in here that you could use. And don't forget, the things that I'm showing you how to do today are not necessarily things that you as the business owner need to do, but if you've got a marketing virtual assistant, they can absolutely take care of that for you. And you can even use this video as a training for them, so be sure to share it with them. So we're going to click on this, and then actually we'll choose this one. So we copied the quote, if you remember. So all I had to do was click on this on the left, and then it shows up on the right. And then we can change any of these elements that we want to. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how we do that. So when I click on this, I can see that there's a dotted line around the outside. And what that means is there's at least two different elements that are grouped together. And so if we want to change them, we should probably ungroup them to start with. So I'm going to click here, and then up here I'm going to go and click on the 3 dots, and you can see here it says ungroup. Okay, so now we can see that there are actually 3 different text elements here that were all grouped together. So I'm going to click away, and I'm going to change this one, to the quote that we just had. So I'm going to change this. It's going to be too long, I think, for the scripty font because we want something that people won't have any trouble reading. So first of all, let's make this smaller. Ooh, made some of it smaller, but not all of it. Okay. So I'm going to go over here and click on fonts. And now I've got a whole list of tons and tons of fonts. And because we have the Pro version, it shows our brand. There's actually a section called brand fonts. And these are the 3 fonts that we use with our brand. And you can see down here too, it also says upload a font. And then this little crown here, that means that's the Pro version. So if you had the free version, it won't include some of these fonts in here. So I'm just going to click on that one. And we will make it so it's straight. And let's correct this. If you really want to have a business where you're going to have great income and you're not going to work day in, day out, hiring and outsourcing is really the way to go. Okay, and we can get rid of some of those returns so this works out better. So I think I'm going to move that up a little bit. I'm going to move that down a little bit. Actually, I'm going to take that one off completely because it says thank you. And I might make this one a little bit of a scripty font. But I'm going to change that. Right now it's all caps. That must be the way it's set up here. There it is. So just a reminder. So I'm going to highlight that. Make it big. Bigger. It doesn't have the option to make it bold. That's just the nature of this particular font. So I'm also going to make this bigger because I really want it to be something that people can read really easily. Because you have to remember, a lot of people are looking at your stuff on mobile. So I'll put just a reminder. And then maybe I'll go over here to elements and maybe I'll get a line and move that line up here. Turn that a little bit. And we can, if we wanted to, put some quotes at the beginning and the end, because it really is Kirsten's words. So I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller so I can put her name in here. It also gives it a little bit more space. So if I want to add some text, I can go over here to text. And again, because we have the Pro version, it automatically puts our text fonts up here, but it also has some really nice combinations down here. Some of them move, and you can see if it has Pro with the crown, then you can use those if you have the Pro account. If you don't have the Pro account and you want to use some of them, I think there's a small fee that you have to pay. So I am going to add, I'm gonna put it in caps, Kirsten Graham. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Okay, now we can use this as it is, but if these are not your branded colors and they're not mine, we can click on any of these colored elements and select the color that we would like to use. And again, because we have the Pro version, you can see this little crown. It actually puts our brand colors here, but it's really nice because it also puts the document colors there. So if you wanted to stick with the document colors, but just change them, change some of the elements. But otherwise, it has all these standard colors, and then you can always click here and choose another color, or you can put in your hex number or the words, you know, blue or teal, and it will bring up some colors, another color palette. So let's Let's do the dark purple. So when I click on this element, it doesn't give me the option to change the colors on it. So that's just some of the elements don't offer that option. So you could delete this and then you could just delete both of them and just leave it like this. I'm going to change this color though to the dark purple. You could also go to elements and put in something like dots. And you can get, you know, other bursts. So let's say we like this one, and this one does have the option to change the color. So let's make the dots like a really light color and bring them over here. And you can make them bigger. You can make them smaller. You can choose a different color. And then what's nice is you can actually, I'm going to do Command C and copy that, and then I can Command V and paste it, and now I can use the same element on the other side. So that is how you can repurpose some of the content from your video onto Facebook. So all you've really done is taken your own words or the words of the person in the video and just pulled out a really nice piece to create something new. And I love that. Now, the other thing that you could do with this is when you posted this onto Facebook, in the comments, you could put a link to the full video. And you could even, if you wanted to, you could put the YouTube symbol in here so people knew that this was actually came from a video, or it might just spark their curiosity as to, you know, why is there a YouTube video element in there? And then what you could do is, since Facebook does not like when you put a link to another platform in the post, you can actually put a link in the comments, and you could say something like, you know, here's a link to the full video. And then you put a link there to your video on YouTube. So you're getting some traffic on Facebook, you're getting some original content on Facebook, but you're also sending some traffic to your YouTube channel. So as you can see, it's fairly simple to pull some really good ideas and tips and quotes from your video and repurpose them as quote cards on Facebook. There are some other really smart things to do on Facebook as well. And with regards to repurposing the content in your video. So you can absolutely go live on Facebook, and it doesn't have to be a long live, it can be a short one, but just so that you're out there talking about what the content is in your video and telling people to make sure that they go and watch it. And sometimes a really good idea is, let's say you've got like 3 tips in your video. You could tell them what one of the tips is, and then you could say, head on over to our video to see the other ones. Then I would definitely put a link to the video in the comments below your live. Facebook really does favor lives, so they do like to see people going live on their page. You could even tell, if you have a story in your video, you could tell a really compelling or interesting story and then maybe leave the end of the story, tell them they've got to go and watch the video to see the end of the story. Because the whole purpose of getting onto Facebook and talking about your video or posting images of the video is to get people over to your video so that they'll subscribe to your channel and you'll get more viewers and your channel will grow. You can also create what you might call a social media like teaser video. And this doesn't have to be a live, but it can be a short video, I would say less than 60 seconds, that is a clip from the actual video. What our marketing virtual assistant usually does is that she'll take the beginning of the video, because that's usually where you're talking about, you know, today I'm going to teach you how to do this. So you're kind of introducing the topic or introducing the video. And that's usually less than 60 seconds. So you could have your marketing virtual assistant go ahead and clip that and create what we would call a social media teaser, which is just a short video that you could then upload to Facebook and then say, you know, for And then underneath it, you could put in the comments a link to the full video. So as you can see, there's lots and lots of ways to repurpose one video to make tons of great content for your Facebook page. So if you want to focus more on great content and focus less on repurposing that content, then be sure to use the link below to book a free call with us, and let's talk about how we can help you in your business.